Man, we are out here, so let me take a look at Swole over here like a kid in the candy store. We're looking at an S8, his favorite car. Got the double touchscreens. What does it remind you of?
Of Phaeton.
Nice. You're like a kid in the candy store right now.
I love this car, bro. But the vent, this the one thing that made me fall in love with the Phaeton, was those doggone vents that flip up, and they got them in here. Yeah. I mean, it's the same car, basically. Jesus, man.
So you got the hideaway vents, you got the accent lighting.
Look at the dash.
The whole dash. I see.
Flat dash.
Kid in the candy store.
Straight kid in the candy store.
Let's say the car you've been looking for forever.
And look up.
Look up.
Limo style. We got the mirrors in the back. You see something. This spec.
What's going on, everybody? What's up? Welcome back to ICNV Drives Edition. Today we are out at Illinois Motors and we are given the chance to walk around and check out the inventory that they have in stock. My man Swole invited me out, him and Tim. Tim works here. He's one of the behind the scene guys at Illinois Motors, but they asked me to come out, take a look at what they got in stock, the inventory that they have, and we are going to have some fun here. Today I'm going to give you a quick walkthrough. We'll probably come back another day, sit down and actually get more in depth and detail with one of these vehicles. But we're just making relationships, as my man Swole says, and I want to let you guys see the possibilities and options that Illinois Motors has when it comes to getting your hands on a new vehicle. Let's go. So as we take a closer look, as you can sit there and see, I'm seeing cars I've always had hearts and desires and cravings for. Look at this Prowler, one of Chrysler's most rarest cars they've ever built. It's not the most, how can I say, sporty, the fastest thing you're going to catch on the market, but you hardly will ever see these on the street. And for that purpose alone, I would like to have one in my inventory, my garage. It's the perfect cruise night car. It has a crazy look. It's an old school roadster look. I mean, how many cars can you actually see the steering mechanism up front and watch the mechanics work while you drive it or see it coming? I mean, look at this vehicle. It is completely a head-turning car. But just when I say it's a head-turning vehicle, I have to go to my left. And we see a McLaren. But this is not just the McLaren. For those who don't know, this is a 765 LT. You see the roof scoop for the air intake. You see the wheel vents to let off all the heat. This McLaren right here, I'm not gonna lie to you, is way more power than I probably would ever need, but it's one of those cars that make me say I would love to own. Now, realistically, this would probably be a far off purchase for me. But honestly, if I was to get a McLaren, I would think more of a 720S or even a 650S. I think a 650S makes more sense for me just because of what I want to do with it. And a lot of people are scared of McLarens, but this thing right here is so gorgeous, it makes you want to take that risk. But then we look over again to my left, as they say, to the left, we have a Q5S. It's the Audi sport version of the Q5. Now, this Q5 has red interior. I would say the traditional gray that you see on Audis, because most Audis I've ever seen have been this gray, but it has the red upgraded interior. but it is a Q5S, so what do you expect? It's the sport version, so it has a little bit more oomph than the regular Q5. And that's a good thing, right? Because we like cars with performance. And as we move on, as you can see, they have a Range Rover, GTR, and a Mustang Cobra Shelby. So like I said, the inventory here is amazing. I've heard, or I was told before I came, if you can't find a car here that you like or something that catches your eye, you're not looking for a car. And I agree, because I'll just tell you right now, I love Range Rovers. I used to own a Range Rover, and this is one of the latest Range Rovers to hit the market. This is the supercharged, turbocharged, or should I say supercharged motor and electric hybrid Range Rover on the market. It's a beautiful vehicle. It's the next version, or should I say the next generation of where Land Rover's taking their vehicles. Am I scared of it? Un poquito. And I say that because I'm still trying to ease myself over to the hybrid market, but take a look at the GTR. Now we have funny conversations about the GTR because my man Swole likes the GTR. And this GTR right here has red wheels. It has the matte white but pearl white accent on it. Reminds me a lot of Swole C8 Zeus. I wonder if he got his idea from this car. I'm gonna let you in on a secret. Swole, if you're watching, we sharing the info. Sometimes we just get ideas from other vehicles and you walk around, you see it's like, man, that's a hot color. Maybe I should do that to my car. So I'm looking at it now. These red wheels on that white, does that not remind you of another car we know? I'm just saying. I think this is the perfect time to take a quick break and ask you guys to hit that like button. Go ahead and hit that like button if you like the content you've seen so far. And join the ICNV Drive Edition community. Subscribe to the channel. Continue to help us grow, but also by joining the community, it's an interactive community. So if you leave a comment below, I will gladly respond. And if there's something you would like to talk about, hit me up on one of my social media platforms. I'll gladly get back to you with an answer. And possibly I'll make a video about the topic and drop it amongst the other videos and content that we have coming your way. So join the ICNV Drive Edition community. But for now, let's get back to this video. Now, what do we have here? For those of you that don't know, we have a Hummer H2, and I have actually been behind the scenes looking at a Hummer H2, so I guess I just released to drop the ball on this, but I like this truck. It actually has carbon fiber in the interior. We're gonna have to take a look at this. It's black. I'm not a huge fan of black trucks, but it has chrome accented wheels. All the things that pull me in. Like I tell everybody, the black wheels, the color wheels, they're actually nice, but it's something about when you go outside and the sunlight hits chrome wheels, the sunlight hits chrome accents, it makes you pull, it pulls you in. It's something about the sparkle. It's like having jewelry on. It's like having a Rolex, iced out bezel. It pulls you in when the light hits it. So the chrome wheels on the Hummer and the front grille chromed out, to me, never gets old. And that's what drew me into this Hummer and this wide selection of cars. And then when I walk over and open up this door, the first thing that caught my eye was all of this carbon fiber. You just don't see carbon fibers in cars like this. And then what do I instantly realize? This, the last production year of Hummer with the updated technology in the dashboard. And if I was to ever truly go get a Hummer, this would be the one I want, but it's also the hardest one to get. But this is the Hummer I desire and dream to own. So we will have to stay tuned to see if I can make this happen, or will I make something else happen. But I'm working on something behind the scenes for you guys. But let's stay tuned with Illinois Motors inventory, because they're about to make me try to buy a car. And just when you think you found your dream Hummer, you find a rare Hummer. Illinois Motors has the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 physical H2 Hummer that was built for the launch of the Call of Duty Modern Warfare game. How rare and how special is that? You can actually drive around and own the physical Hummer that was used for the promotion of the Call of Duty Modern Warfare video game. Now, I'm gonna tell you this right here. I think this is amazing. This unique truck may have just become my favorite. Now, as you look at this H2, the one thing about this H2 is it also has the newer updated interior. And that's a beautiful thing, but it does not have the navigation system like the last H2 we saw. But it is the Modern Warfare Edition. The reason why I like these Hummers over the first gen Hummers, H2s, it has the full third row in the back. And that's not something you're used to seeing in a Hummer H2. The older generation Hummer H2s, the first gen Hummer H2, it only had one back seat back there, where this one has two. So that's what draws me into this version of the H2. It's a very familiar of the 2008, 2009 Chevy Tahoes. And that's why I said this is the best H2 to get, if you ask me. But let me know what you think in the comments below. So as I walk away from the Call of Duty Hummer, I want to bring you over to the first gen Hummer. There isn't much difference between the two, but what I will sit there and say this, it's how I would like to build a Hummer. Chrome accent, 26-inch wheels, custom paint job. You won't see it every day on the street. This thing is going to turn heads, and like I said before, even though I'm standing next to one of the most rarest Hummers out there, this one will always catch your eye. And the one thing about this vehicle, and it's in Illinois Motors inventory, so if you really want to own it, come on out here, take a look at it, and buy you a real, unique Hummer. But the one thing about this vehicle, the interior combination is amazing. Look at the custom blue interior to match the doors. And when you swing on around, this is what I mean by first generation Hummer. As you look at the interior, although the ceiling is also blue, this truck is completely customized to the initials in the headrest, which you knew if I buy this car, this would change to ICNV. So, but take a look. And what I said before is, on the older generation H2s, the one thing you have to remember is this truck does not come with a full third row back seat. And that's the downside to it. But it's a beauty. And this would be probably my choice out of all three Hummers. Now, before I let you guys go, I gotta show you the two trucks that completely turned my head when I walked through the door. For those of you that don't know, I have always been crazy about this truck right here. This is the Ford Harley-Davidson F-150. The 2010, 2011 F-150, I believe this was a 2011. This is the car I actually wanted to get for my everyday pickup. I like the accents on this truck. I think I actually wanted it in white, but I would take it in silver. My plan was to put some 26-inch wheels on it and make it mine. But when I look at this truck, I can't help but notice what it's next to. And it's this beautiful 6.6 liter Chevy 2500 Z51 with the lift kit. This HD right here is ready to go home, and it's the first truck that I walked in here and my eyes instantly went to. And not only did my eyes go to it, I'm telling you right now, I thought about it. I'm still thinking about it. I may actually do it. I may unload Zeus for this truck. This truck right here will run forever. And you have to understand that. This 2500 HD will run forever. And the price I can get my hands on for this one, I'm not going to tell you. You're going to have to do your own research. Go to Illinois Motors and check out their website and find out if you're in the market for a nice pickup truck, crew cab with the long bed. Look, I don't know where I'm going to park it at, but I'll find a way to make it work. So you may see this coming to the channel in the wintertime because I can unload Zeus and get this for a steal. It's heavily on the table for me, and I promise you, I wouldn't be upset. Look at the lift, look at the wheels. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, the wheels are beautiful. I would have to do something just a tad bit more aggressive, but that's just me. But it is a beautiful truck, off-road package. Look how it sits. Power running boards, Leather interior. Nice step up. Beautiful truck. Love this truck. We have full leather interior. We have the wood grain accents. It's pretty much the latest technology that you can get in a Chevy Silverado today. This is the 2500 Duramax, and I promise you, you won't be mad owning this. You have the heated seats. You have all the nice toys that you would want in a truck. The only thing this thing is missing that will possibly make you regret it is a sunroof. But realistically, do you have to have a sunroof when you're driving a beauty like this? You have rear climate controls, heated seats for the back. Heated seats for the back. Wow. Nice space. This is a beautiful truck. And it's here at Illinois Motors. Like I said, they have an amazing inventory, head-turning inventory. And if you can't find something that you don't want or you like here, you're really not into cars. I'm not going to say that you're not shopping for cars, but you're not into unique cars, things that will make you stand out. So as I get ready to close out this video and my visit at Illinois Motors, I felt it was only right to end it by looking at a beautiful C7 Grand Sport that you can actually buy. The interior is two-tone, just like my man Swole's with the black and red interior. It's very familiar. Honestly, I think the only thing different from this car, Swole car, is the fact it's not a Z06, and he did a little couple modifications to his car. And then to my left, which has been the phrase of the day, this is a Nissan GTR made for the drag strip. We got the big radials on it, the crazy engine modifications. This car is putting out a lot of power. And I think this car is putting out some serious power. And if you're looking for a race car, a true, real race car, Illinois Motors has it. Their inventory has been short of amazing and head turning. And I want you to take a look at the interior so you can see this is a true, authentic race car. So it's a full-on race car. And as you take a look at the interior, you see the fire extinguisher where the passenger seat should be. This is a true, authentic race car. But I want to thank Illinois Motors for having us out and giving us the opportunity to look at the inventory. ICNV Drivers Edition. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe, share the video. But I'll see you in the next video, and I'll see you in these streets. Until then, peace.